2025 was an okay year for movies. I don't think it was bad. There were definitely some good movies. However, I don't think it was like 2023 good. However, with so many 2025 movies, some gotta be better than others. So today I'm gonna be ranking all nine animated movies that I watched in 2025. But why only the animated ones? Well, originally I was just gonna rank every single movie I watched this year, but then I decided that they're a little bit too different. Like trying to rank superhero movies like Captain America Brave New World, Fantastic Four First Steps, and Superman would be a little bit unfair against movies that are more grounded and more reality, like Elio and In Your Dreams. So I eventually just decided, let's just do animated ones. I might do a entire one further down the line, so this could be a little bit of a spoiler for it. However, I just think it would be easier. So, how did I decide what counts? As an example, Smurfs has some of it take place in the real world. So does it count as an animated movie or not? So I eventually decided to go up on the Wikipedia because I had no idea. And I eventually found one of these movies that actually kind of shocked me for being on the list of animated movies that came out this year. So if you disagree with any of these being animated movies, take it up with the Wikipedia article. But anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Let's get into the ranking of every single animated movie that I saw in 2025. Number 9 might surprise a lot of you that I even watched, because it's not a movie that I have reviewed on this channel, and it's the Plankton movie. Now listen, and before all of you start rioting, I just want to let you know that this is just my opinion. All of this is opinion-based. So if you disagree, go make your own list. I don't know what you're about. This is just what I'm about. So don't judge me. Just sit back and relax and enjoy this video. Anyway, I should probably just talk about the movie itself. This movie absolutely makes no sense. Basically, it's about Plankton and his computer wife, Karen, and basically, it's about their backstory, and that Karen always gets mad that Plankton never listens to her, and then Plankton wants to try and cheer her up, but then Plankton also wants to rule the world at the same time. So, what is going on? What is going on with this movie? It makes no sense. Everything is poorly executed. It looks as ugly as Earth. And it is just, not a fun movie, Listen, I'm not saying that this movie is irredeemable. I'm just saying that there's a lot of bad stuff about this movie, I don't think that it's an outright irredeemable movie. I do gotta admit, some of the songs do kind of slap, and I do think it's kind of neat that they do go to the upper world to try and take it over. However, this also gets rid of Plankton's entire backstory, because in the episode Friend or Foe in SpongeBob, spoiler alert by the way, Plankton and Mr. Krabs are revealed to have been working together to make the secret formula the entire time, but then they have a falling out. This movie is let's just get rid of that. And I just don't know how to feel about that. It feels like the Nickelodeon just doesn't care about older SpongeBob nowadays. Out of the old and in with the new. and I just don't really dig that. Listen, I'm not saying it's the worst SpongeBob movie. I also don't think it's the best SpongeBob movie. Yeah. However, I do think it's definitely a weaker SpongeBob movie. Yeah. And it's overall the worst movie. Yeah. Well, the worst animated movie that I saw in 2025. Number 8 is another Netflix movie. Yeah. You guys can probably guess which one it is. And that, my friend, would be The Twits. This movie sucks. I know I said it was mid at the beginning, but then I rewatched it, and yep, it sucks. Pretty much nothing about this movie is redeemable. The characters suck. The book accuracy is as accurate as The Cat in the Hat 2003. And it's overall just a not fun time. The original book made by Ronald Dahl, is about a couple who hate each other. A married couple who hates each other. However, Netflix is like, kids don't want that. They want one about orphans, or elections, and where somebody explodes. Yes, that's a real scene from the movie. I hate this. This movie just wasn't very fun. And it wasn't book accurate, and it overall just wasn't good. If you want a movie that perfectly reenacts the Twits, go search somewhere else, because this is not a very good movie. And overall, the second worst movie that I saw in 2025. Number 7 is actually a movie I watched a little bit more recently, And yes, it is a movie that I did review on this channel. And when I say recently, I mean in the last 15 days. It's Smurfs. When I reviewed this movie, I said it was still really bad. But I do think that that's being a little bit harsh. I don't know what the budget for this movie was. But it's got to be incredibly cheap, and they spent most of the money trying to get Rihanna to be Smurfette's voice, which doesn't make any sense. You can clearly tell that this movie was marketed for kids, and that's true, but kids' movies can be good. Looking at you Spider-Man. But anyway, yeah. I actually didn't hate this movie as much as I thought I would. It's not incredible though, because it's still got its flaws. The comedy can be really, really hit or miss. At some parts I could be laughing out loud, but on some other parts the comedy doesn't make any sense. Also, the songs actually aren't that bad, honestly. But the main character, I do not care about. No Name Smurf is not an interesting protagonist. And by the way, if you're wondering, a protagonist is the main character, and an antagonist is the villain. I just gotta clear that up before anyone gets confused. Anyway, though, Smurfs, it didn't really blew me away. Did anyone see what I do there? Okay, I'll stop. But overall, it is still on the weaker side of the movies I watched this year. Okay, now before I reveal what number 6 is, I do just gotta say 2 things. One, on the jump from the last movie, Smurfs, to this one is humongous. So, Smurfs it's mostly mid, but it is a little bit bad. And before you say that this next one isn't an animated movie, I got this list off the Wikipedia article, so if you don't consider this a animated movie, go take it up with them. Alright, I've sold enough. Number 6 is a Minecraft movie. Okay, now, I know that a lot of people actually don't like this movie because they said that it's like a good kind of bad. Like, it's kind of funny, but the story is also kind of nothing. Personally, I actually really enjoyed this. Maybe it's just because I like the Minecraft games. Maybe it was just because I was with my friend while I was doing it and we got to laugh at parts like Chicken Jacket. But I don't know, I just really enjoyed this movie. This is why the jump from Smurfs to this is absolutely unheard of. Like, Smurfs was mid to bad, but this movie is actually pretty good. However, all of the movies above it are just better. Like I hate to be a little bit simple, but yeah, all of the other ones above it, in my opinion, are just better. They just have a better story, and character development and stuff like that. So I don't think that this is enough to crack my top 5 personally, but I also don't think it's enough to be in my bottom 3. I still think it's a really good movie. And if you're below 15 years old, I think you will really enjoy this movie. Number 5, I've kind of like Smurfs. I have reviewed it on my channel recently, but unlike Smurfs, it is actually one I actually really enjoyed. And fun fact, this one and number 4 for me are pretty much tied. And number 5 is In Your Dreams. In Your Dreams came out in the middle of November. I didn't think much of it, but I just thought, what the heck, why not? Or let's give it a try. I actually did kind of enjoy it. The characters were kind of fun, and the message was really deep, and it was overall a pretty good time. The animation also was really good. This film is pretty much the opposite of The Bad Guys. The Bad Guys runs on simplism. Is that even a word? Nope. Anyway, but In Your Dreams is the exact opposite. It relies on creativity. And in that, like, I like my movies to be creative. Like, I don't like it to be just all over the place and make no sense. And I actually did really enjoy this movie overall. It was also really funny. Like, there was some really funny moments, honestly. So overall, this is a pretty good movie. Keep this up, Netflix Animated Studios. As you're almost there. Number 4 is Pixar's first and only movie to come out this year. And it's Elio. Well, I actually really did like Elio. It was actually kind of deep. Like, I don't think that it was like 12 rated deep, like Warhorse, but it was deep. It was also really enjoyable. It was kind of cute, and the art style was amazing. The story was pretty good. Nothing too crazy, but nothing absolutely horrible. Overall, a pretty good movie by Pixar. However, it did not fail because it was because it wasn't a sequel. It failed because of the marketing. I barely saw this movie get marketed. And I think that it will be better than Hoppers, especially when Hoppers releases in about 3 months. Yeah, Elio, pretty good. Nothing spectacular, though. It was a tight race between this and In Your Dreams, but overall, I did decide that Elio was a little bit better. Number 3 might be a little bit of a spoiler for a review that will definitely happen in the future, and it's Zootropolis 2. Zootropolis 2, who takes what the first Zootropolis did right, and basically, is it as good? Not quite, but I would say it is definitely really good. Zootropolis 1 is about predators and prey trying to get along in harmony, like the history of them, and Zootropolis is 2 is about the history of different species. So instead of a predator and prey, it's now just species, and it works. For some reason, it just works, like it clicks with you. Like Zootropolis 2 doesn't try to be simple. Unlike the bad guys, I really like the bad guys. However, it is definitely a lot more simpler than Zootropolis 2. Zootropolis 2, really tries hard at being a good, well-made sequel, and proves Disney can still make good movies these days. They can still make pretty good movies. Also, I have just found out that I forgot about Dogman. So this is actually ranking all 9 animated movies I've watched this year.
Correction, it's 10.
I would put it in between Smurfs and a Minecraft movie if you're curious. Now, before I reveal my number 1, I'm just gonna do some special mentions. And so none of these are animated, so they weren't able to make this list.
One of them is.
But yeah, they definitely do deserve some attention. Superman, and one of the best Superman movies of all time, if not the best. It's Captain America Brave New World. Not as bad as people said, in my opinion. A Looney Tunes movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up. I tried watching this movie, but I got bored a little bit, so I stopped. And lastly, Fantastic Four First Steps. So it's a great start to the Fantastic Four in the MCU. But anyway, that's enough stalling. On to number 1. Number 1 for me was kind of obvious from the start, and it's Turning Red 2. Yes, Turning Red 2 is out. No, it's not Turning Red 2. Yeah, it's K-pop Demon Hunters. It's just a little movie. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. Yeah, it's just K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't know what I have to say that hasn't been said already. K-pop Demon Hunters is the animated movie that came out this year. It is by far the breakout movie of the year. It is such it is so deep. The songs are absolutely incredible. It's just an overall amazing movie. Yeah, and shows that Sony Pictures Animation is overall right now they're better than and most other animation studios. So really their only piece of competition is Illumination and DreamWorks. And this movie is absolutely incredible. Like all of the characters are amazing. The songs incredible. The art style absolutely amazing. The story, everything about this movie is absolutely incredible. And it's overall, without questions, my favourite movie my favorite animated movie to come out of 2025. But anyways, those are just my thoughts. As always, everyone else have their own opinion. Make sure to like and subscribe, because when I hit 100 subscribers, I'm doing a hot takes video. And, well, that's pretty much all I gotta say, yeah. And I think it's time to move on to 2026. So those are just my thoughts. As always, everyone else have their own opinion. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all when I see you.